afternoon, or evening I should say, sheep fans. We have a fresh birth here, and I've been sitting watching for so long I thought I may as well go live and have a bit of crack. Hi Tammy. So this girl has just lambed here. Oh, sorry lass, I'll step back a little bit. It's me talking that's upsetting you now. I've sat there fine. Let me zoom in and I'll sit back. So this girl has just lambed here out in the field, and she's got big teats. Can I get a zoom into the big teat? You see the big teat there just hanging down? So I'm just sitting watching the lambs. We lost a lamb this morning with one that lambed yesterday afternoon, and the lamb not latching on, and I missed it, so we're just sitting watching these ones to make sure they get on. I'd guess by the sound of it that the other lamb is latched on. This lamb here's not got up yet, so once I've seen them both on, we'll just leave them for the evening. Hi to everyone coming on. Fantastic to see you all. Hi to France. Hi to America. Hi to Canada, of course. So I wish I could get a microphone in close to where she is just now, because it's a beautiful sound, that mother licking its lamb for the first time. Oh, hi to Dubai, there you go. Iceland, yes, love it. All these great places. Straven, Cammy, that's a come down for the rest of them. And Wishaw. So, mum here. That's okay, mum. Oh, I'm far enough away. I know, upsetting her. Oh, here's Meg. That's what the real bother is. Meg's just like so tense just now. You know, she's just like, Cammy, tell me to do something, and I'm there, bro. That's okay, Meg. Once we see this second lamb up, so she's got two lambs here. Once we see this second lamb up, oh, it's trying it there. I don't know if you guys can see. Do I need to wipe that screen a little bit? Let me just clean my screen a little bit. I think that might be a bit clearer. They're just kind of sitting in the shadow. It's okay, lass. It's okay. I'm not going to bother you. I'm just coming away. I'm just making sure the lambs are getting fed. It's okay. Right, you don't like me behind you. That's fair enough. I'll stand where you can see me. Of course she doesn't like it when I stand behind her, then she has to look round. Whereas if I sit here quietly, although I'm speaking to you guys, we don't want to stress her out too much. I just want to see that second lamb getting up and having a sook, and then we'll be quite happy. Cracking big lambs. She's only a one crop ewe. Well, she'll be a two crop after shearing, but monsters. This is one of these ones. We actually bought these as a big batch from Campbelltown, well, from Argyle a couple of years ago, and they were £66. You cannot go wrong. Absolutely tremendous, isn't it, lass? There you are. Oh, look at that other lamb, up and at it. Oh yeah, like, I don't think you guys can hear probably because I'm still Scone Farm on. Surprised you guys have got time to watching YouTube lives. I wish I could put a mic, as I say, next to her, because I'm just sitting here listening to it and fair enjoying it. I was actually just sitting, fair enjoying myself, scrolling through YouTube comments. I do read all the comments. I can't reply to them all, but I read them all. And I thought, you know what? Great opportunity for a live stream. Yeah, that's the both lambs are pretty big, to be fair, which I think helps, because it's going for it. Oh, big tick. I hope you guys can see that. Go on, lammy. Don't give in. Oh, you lammy, on you go. If we don't see it latching on, I probably will end up taking it to the shed. just to be sure. As I say, you'll see in tomorrow's video, we lost a lamb last night, just set of twins born. Mum, actually, I wouldn't even say she had big teats. They were smaller than these teats we're looking at here. Bags of milk, and one dead lamb, one hungry lamb this morning. Oh, fingers amazing now. Where are we? Look at that. What a difference. The nurse, God, how good is the iPhone? That just focuses that straight away. The nurse made a good job, put a big hole in it, and we're away now. The market, Tammy, over the last 3 weeks, the market has exploded here for lambs. It is crazy just now. It was quite low. Well, not quite low, but it was poorer than it had been. And it's just exploded over the last 3 weeks. Oh, there's a lamb shaking out its first job, eh? Oh, sorry, lass. I raised my voice too much there. You're quite right. Easter will be probably part of it, Tammy. But it's more to do with scarcity of lambs at this time of year. So at this time of year, most lambs, the lambs that are being sold just now are last year's lambs, so they're almost a year old. And you have to sell them before their teeth come up, and they're over a year old, so they're getting very short. Yeah, Ramadan will be a factor as well. Ramadan, Easter, all and lack of lambs, all combining to see, this better price, which is great. We were getting a lot of New Zealand lamb in for a while there, quite cheap. I guess some trade deal the UK has done. Is that lamb on? Oh, it's on. I'm too busy talking. There we go. Get a wee tail waggle. We know you're loving it. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Don't get too excited. Look at that. You know it's good when you can see the milk froth at the side of its mouth. Yes. I like that, Jasmine. Success. Yeah. Success. I like that. No antibiotics, Gina. She just stuck a hole in it, told me to man up and get on with it. I says, right, okay. Dead livestock, Mark, are picked up by a lorry, the fallen stock wagon, we would call it, and they are incinerated. So in the UK, mainland anyway, in the UK, some islands are different. You have to pay to have your stock uplifted. Previously, like when I was a young lad, they would just bury the stock. So don't misunderstand me, Dana. They have teeth, but they have I suppose like a baby has milk teeth. So the lambs just have wee teeth, but then once they go over 12 months or 13 months, they'll become two tooths. So they'll have two big adult teeth come up, and it's just some crazy legislation that after that they have to butcher the carcass differently and stuff, and it can't be sold as lamb. It would then have to be sold as mutton, I suppose. Yeah, it's just funny legislation, and the price dramatically drops then. So I'd just like to see that lamb's getting its first wee jobbies out, and it's definitely been on that teat, and I'd say it's a good suit because she looks like she is bursting with milk. Oh, second lamb would get up if Mum would just move her head a little bit, and then we'll have the two of them soaked, and I can not worry about it until the morning. What a bonny wee evening. What else is happening in this field? Couple of sheep grazing over there. Mum and lamb there. If I zoom in. Other sheep over the burn there. Yeah, lots of ewes and lambs in here now actually. We're getting through them. There we go. Go on, wee lamb. So if you do have any questions from the vlogs, guys, please do feel free to ask the questions. I think it's really helpful for other people. The wains are good. That's a great use of the word wains. Yeah, Tammy, happy Easter to you. No, the wains are fine. Jock does nursery on a Friday, so he was in nursery, hopefully with his pals. Hopefully he's not getting bullied, but in with his wee pals on a Friday. So O Williams family asking, what have we fed the ewes? They are on Euros from Tarf. I'm not sure. They're 18% protein, but I don't know much else about them. I just sort it. I work with John Cowan at Tarf Valley, and he just sorts it all out for me. So they've been on Euros. And because they're getting blown into the tower, I don't really see any bags or anything like that. Yeah, the price of mutton here, yeah, it probably has doubled over the last 10 to 15 years. It's pretty strong as well. You know, like a sheep like this, if she was well fleshed, you'd be looking at probably £80 for us. You know, yeah, about £80. Whereas if I was to try and sell her as a breeding sheep, she'd maybe be £100. So, you know, there's not a big difference between the slaughter price and the breeding price. Deborah's doing, Deborah, I should say, is doing absolutely fine. Now, Lamb 29. Now, I just filmed about Lamb 29. Was that on today's video? See, I've lost track of the days. I thought that was this morning I spoke about Lamb 29, so that's why I'm confused that you know about Lamb 29. The answer to your question would be no, Lamb 29 isn't all good, but I'll save that for tomorrow's vlog. Jess was getting trained by Vicky, who you see in the videos, but because it's lambing time, she's back home just now, so my mum takes her out. I haven't, Sharon, I'm shockingly to say I haven't even seen Me on Landward yesterday, but I hear it was a good one because I was working with Crawford spreading dung, so that's good. Hi Dylan, yeah, I always see your comments, thank you. Mr. Fox, we actually think that might have been a badger, the way the lamb was eaten, and we've had no bother since. How do they always run away from you? Don't they get used to you? You feed them, for God's sake. Yeah, but sheep aren't as dumb as people think. They can just sense when your intentions change from feeding them to I want to catch you. They can just sense it. Oh, sorry to hear that, Ollie. Peter asking about wool shedding sheep. Peter, I am a big fan of wool shedding sheep, which might sound crazy for a sheep shearer to say. All the biggest problems we have with sheep are with the wool. You know, fly strike, getting stuck on their back, dirty tails, which then leads to fly strike, all these kind of things is through wool. So no, I am a big fan of the wool shedding sheep. Some people do them really well and have very good ones. I believe it to be a long-term project to get into them and get good ones. I don't believe easy cares, or certain easy cares as they are can compete with like the mule. But I believe that is the route we should be going, to be honest with you. Because shearing's going to get more expensive, it has to. It's a brutal job. Oh, here we go, here's lamb number 2. Oh, and he's down again. What a cracking pair of lambs. If we get lamb number 1's coming in for the teat, this is what happens. Lamb 2 wants that teat. Going, that is a juicy teat, isn't it? I mean, this might sound really weird, but I'm just looking at it thinking, aye, that looks tasty. Yeah, Sandy's amazing. Sandy's done so much for my channel. She's great. Aye, straighten, yeah. I know a few folk down straighten weight. Yeah, we've had one set of quads, but 2 were dead and 2 were alive, Andrew. We have another one still to lamb. Oh, now, Hampton was, I see Saskatchewan in Canada. I may be wrong, was that where that, was it two guys shot a bunch of people? Is that where I heard about that place recently? Yeah, so lambs are shorn, but not these. The lamb's wool that you're buying would be probably merino lambs or Romney lambs. Probably Romney lambs, I would think, or maybe a cross. Yeah, in fairness, Karen, I would say these 2 wee lambs are doing not bad for getting up. If all my lambs got up like this, I'd be quite happy. But the teats are quite big. But yeah, no, blue Texels are popular here now. See, this lamb number 2's, yeah, Romney wool's worth £1 or 2. Oh. Now lamb number 1's just been a nuisance. It's like me and my sister, but you know, she was always stronger than me. That's why I'm so skinny. Here we go. That's okay, Mum. I just want to move round so I can see. Oh! The rabbit ear sheep are border Leicesters. Very popular here. Yeah, lamb number 1's just pure chilled after it's had a wee sook. But lamb number 2 is just taking its time. No, you'll not find it up there. Yes, I'll be at your show. Good to hear from you. Be good to see you there. Yep. So this is a Scotch mule with Texel lambs. Oh, I don't even think we're halfway yet in terms of the lambing, Andy. I would say we probably have just over, maybe 150 lambed. And there will be 500 odd to lamb just now, and then another 220 to lamb from the 15th of April. Yeah, lamb 1's just, that's like me after one drink at this time of year. Not that I have a drink at this time of year, but... Yeah, so what happens is, because that's the second lamb, this lamb will have probably taken a bit longer to come out and held this lamb up a bit. And then what happens is they poo in the amniotic fluid, and then that makes them all, and pee, and that makes them all yellow. Lamb number 1's just bang straight back on. It's loving it. What a beautiful sound. That does sound good. Lamb number 2 is just a bit lost. You'll not find it in there. Karen, we'll work on getting the new hoodies into Tarf. Yep, thanks. No lambing experience thing next weekend. I think what we're planning on possibly doing is, now that we've so many pet lambs, having a maybe once a day people can come and feed the pet lambs, just for a little lamb fix. Oh, it's getting turned round. Going number 2. They are big teats, right enough. Great how Mum just stands there for them, innit? It's just amazing. Yeah, lamb number 1's just got us nailed. Although it's, can you see it there, like footering about? Watch this. Oh. Come on. And this is why I want to sit and wait, because what will happen is it will do that for a while, and then eventually, if it doesn't get it in its mouth, it gets tired and weak, and then just lies down and then just starves. But I'm confident it's had a sook. What I really think I should do just now is maybe just catch her and milk her out a little bit. Take some colostrum to the shed. Go on, Lammy. That's it, Dolores. She's a twin, unless the scanner man got it wrong. I think she's a twin. I've not actually looked at her back to see if she's got a scanning mark. Oh, I would even just say by the size of those lambs that she's finished. Let me just stand up. Right, lamb number 2 coming round there. Meg, how are you feeling about it all? Hey? I'll give you a clap then. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're fine. Oh, go on, number 2. Too high still, but he's in the right area now. Isn't it? Does nobody else think it's absolutely mind-blowing how lambs are just born and just know, like, they're just wired to get up and look for a teat? Like, is that how useless? Humans are so useless when they're born. Angus is still pretty useless, to be fair. Like, it's amazing. Oh, question about Meg. So Meg was to so Meg was my father's last dog. Essentially, it was the last dog my dad trained before he died. And then she didn't really get used for about a year or so for sheep work after, until I got some of my own sheep. And she certainly lost a fair bit of her edge, but she does my job and I fair like her. Yeah, no, Cassandra, yeah, I think we kind of think now it probably was a badger, just the way the lamb was eating. Look at this, wee lamb number 2's going for it. I think these lambs are going to be fine. Go on, lammy. You know, it is amazing how your day can just get eaten up. Like, there's 20 minutes, well, must be well over half an hour, because I was watching them for a while before I decided this was going to take a while. Matthew, good question. How am I rating lambing so far? I would say we're just a pretty average lambing. It's not particularly good. The weather has made it good. Outside has been fairly good, but I just lost a couple of yows. But then you always lose yows, that's fair enough. But yeah, I just hate losing sheep, you know, yows. We lose loads of lambs, but that's the nature of it. That's why sheep have so many lambs. And lamb number 1's back on. Still no lamb number 2. Yeah, I think we're on our 4th tub of the colostrum, and we're getting on fantastic. No bothers with it at all. Pet lambs are surviving better than some of these lambs outside have been, certainly today. But we have made a change. What we were doing, we realised was a bit mental. We were tubing all the triplets, but now what we've started, but we've got so many triplets, we've got about 80 triplets. So we've started just lifting a lamb immediately at birth and tubing that lamb, putting it in a hot box, and then it'll get another go of colostrum, or 2 goes of colostrum, and then onto the powdered milk, rather than tubing them all. And that seems to be working well. No, I don't iodine the lambs outside, Terry. I'll not touch these lambs if I see them in for a sook here. I think they're big enough and strong enough that they're going to have a sook. Lamb 1 I'm absolutely happy with. Lamb 2 I'm not so happy with. Well, I'm happy with it. I just, like, Mum's just trying to coax it round there, but I don't really take Fern out very much. Lizzie loves Fern. I'm not particularly. I mean, I like Fern as a dog, but I don't like the way she works. Go on, wee lammy. Yeah, ATV's class. Yep. Give John a phone. Tom Murray, he's the man. You can hardly beat it. Like, it's a 2 years warranty, 2 years zero finance. They do a great deal. So the pet lambs go on an automatic milk feeder thing. Well, they will eventually go on an automatic milk feeder thing, but I'll quite often try, get neighbours and things come to get a lamb, rather than me keeping them all. Yeah, Cheeviot's coming the 15th. That's when the fun really starts. That's why it's so easy just now. No, I don't use the heated seat. I'll be honest. There's so much heat. If I show you this here, this is my wee lamb. We've lifted a wee lamb today. It's going back to the shed. Mum's only looking after one. But if we, the heat all seems to come out of here. Must be from the engine in there. So it's like you've got a hot fan in your face. It's good. Right, lammies. Right. This could take a wee while just sitting watching this guy, so we'll not... why will the Cheviots be so hard? Because they're so wild. Ah, Crawford, some boy. No, I mean, one day, mate, I hope to be an arable farmer. Winter's off. Early finishes. Netflix and the tractor all day. Class, mate. Just banter. Oh, wee tiny tot, aye. Still out in the field, still tiny. That's right, tiny tot. I say that all the time, don't I? Here's wee tiny tot. I like that. I don't even realise I say these things. Right, I'm going to sit and watch this lamb for a bit longer. And I'm probably going to catch her. No, I'm not going to catch her and milk her out because I've no container with me for milk because I'm an amateur. I'll be honest, I'm pretty confident they're going to be absolutely fine. They're looking good. So there's about 150 lambed out. Someone asked that, but 150 lambed out and probably, what was there, 550 mules, 200 outside. Well, whatever that is, 600 left. Bro, right, that's it. 25 minutes is long enough for this. Pretty mundane. It's not boring to me. I quite enjoy it, but you guys, well, you guys must enjoy it too. You're here. That's it. We'll see you for the next one.